Most of us think compulsively all the time. That is to say, we talk to ourselves. If I talk all the time, I don't hear what anyone else has to say. If I think all the time, that is to say, if I talk to myself all the time, I don't have anything to think about except thoughts. And therefore, I'm living entirely in the world of symbols. Therefore, if you meditate for an ulterior motive, that is to say, to improve your mind, to improve your character, to be more efficient in life, you've got your eye on the future and you are not meditating. Well, meditation, when correctly done, has nothing to do with all that. It's a kind of digging the present. It's a kind of grooving with the eternal now. The place where it's at is simply here and now. If you simply close your eyes and allow yourself to hear all the sounds that are going on around you, just listen to the general hum and buzz of the world as if you were listening to music. Don't try to identify the sounds you hear. Don't put names on them. Simply allow them to play with your eardrums. It's all just sound. And if I am talking to you right now when you're doing this, don't try to make any sense out of what I'm saying, because your brain will take care of that automatically. You don't have to try to understand everything. As you hear sounds coming up in your head, thoughts, you simply listen to them as part of the general noise going on, just as you would be listening to the sound of my voice, or just as you would be listening to cars going by or to birds chattering outside the window. So look at your own thoughts as just noises. And soon you will find that the so-called outside world and the so-called inside world come together. They are a happening. Your thoughts are a happening, just like the sounds going on outside. And everything is simply a happening, and all you're doing is watching it. It's all just sound. The place where it's at is simply here and now.
Okay, what is going on today, guys? Evan Aldo here. Really appreciate you guys showing up. What's up, NBF? Really appreciate you guys. So let's get right into it. I mean, we really are kind of hanging on by a thread right here. I mean, I almost got stopped out of how long I was in. You know, coming into that holiday, it does get a little bit tougher to trade. I've been doing quite a few. I wouldn't say quite a few, but a couple, smaller long trades that have been waiting for outcomes. Was hoping the outcomes would happen a little bit quicker than they have, but looking at hitting this point on Cardano, I'm not completely, it's kind of like giving up on Biden being the nominee. You know what I mean? I'm not completely giving up on Bitcoin holding 60K yet. I think we might be able to do it. Right here. What is up, Plan E? Like one vacation. Nice. Yeah, that's what I was just thinking, Plan E. I mean, I'd give it the same odds as Bitcoin bouncing, the same odds as Biden staying in the race. So, I'm just kidding. But I'm not completely, I'm not completely thrown in the towel yet on losing 60K. You do have the holiday coming up tomorrow. I'm looking at just if we could just break up back up to 61K, but it has definitely been weak as hell. I mean, there's been a couple long setups I had that were pretty decent that got stopped out. I mean, so it's it's just part of the game. Now it is looking a little bit better right now. You got some money flow. coming up here. I like the 20-minute. You know, on your 20-minute, we've been generally in the red for a while, and the times we came into the green were just nice sell signals. So, I mean, I think the next time you finally come into the green, that will give you a good, at least kind of day long, at least, you know, a little bit of recovery. In the hourly, here's what I like here. The money flow is starting to come up. So, hanging on by a string, but it's, you know, it's okay. We are surviving. We are surviving. So, yeah, 58.4. Not quite there yet. The previous low was, yeah, that 58.4. That was, when was that? About a week ago now, a little over a week ago. Big point. So hopefully we could jump up a bit here. I mean, you know, it's daily's not the best. That 2 days, definitely not the best. The thing here with the 2 days, if you do go into all the grays, now I want to just go back. Let's go back in time a little bit on that 2 day. It's going to take me a minute, but it's kind of worth looking at a little bit because, well, especially if you're somebody who likes to look at history here. If we look at that, oh, actually, it's kind of different, but yeah, that 2 day, if we look at kind of 2016 in the 4-year cycle, you came down a lot in, you know, the summer, then you kind of came back up. Didn't quite get into all the grays in the 2 day, but if you just look at the 2 day, the other thing too, I just thought about, if you look at the 2 day historically, most of the time when the 2 day comes into the brights, you do well, except that one, but that was in the bear market year. But in like a halving year or a post-halving year, you generally do well. Looking at 2023, that was pretty good. That was a pre-halving. That was not the bear market year. That was the pre-halving year. But other than the bear market years, generally you do pretty good here. Generally you do pretty good. And we're jumping up. That could have been the wick out. I almost did. I almost did get wicked out of a long. Holding on by the on some exchanges, it would have got wicked out, but holding on FAIRDESK. So not an advertisement for FAIRDESK or nothing. I do like the exchange. I mean, it kind of is an advertisement for FAIRDESK, but not. I don't know what I'm saying, but you know, it's a decent exchange. You know, if you guys want to check out FAIRDESK, we're doing the copy trading. No promises on that. Did get stopped out of one, you know, smaller long that I did yesterday. I was kind of, you know, sometimes it irritates me because you get, I think, where was yesterday? Yeah, that was the first take profit. And we got up to about, you know, we got so close to that damn area, you know, so close, you know, we're within that. And then you came all the way back down. Some people would say, oh, why didn't you, you know, just take profits, you know, on the way back down. I mean, honestly, I thought it would bounce off of here and I was doing some other stuff, you know, mildly on vacation. I'm up in Connecticut right now for the holiday. I'll be back in Florida in about a week. So, yeah, I mean, you know, it does look a little bit. I mean, I probably wouldn't want to enter a short right now. I mean, the bear case, you would probably get another yellow X come down to 57 something, which is a decent area. I kind of think with the holiday, are that many people going to sell on the 4th of July? I don't know. We'll see. Let's see. Max pain would be 45, 40K-ish, but I think unlikely. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I think, plenty. I think, I mean, the inception of the ETF was 48K, so going back there, not impossible. But when you look at the rest of, like, when you look at stock market and all that stuff, I mean, that's been looking good. And I mean, I think I've talked about Tesla on some of these live streams. I mean, I've done extremely well on Tesla over the past couple of days. I got in just under 200, I think, high 190s, and I mean, this is just insane. I was talking about this in Crypto Faces live stream too. I mean, I mean, you don't have to use leverage, but I bought this guy down here, you know, at like $9. I'm almost like double, which is insane. And I mean, where could this end up if we do make a new all-time high? Easily up to 27, maybe even up to 43 for this. I mean, these leverage funds, be careful. But you know, I'm looking at, I would probably stay in this until you get a weekly trigger to the downside. I mean, I think you could generally keep going. And I think that, you know, I think that Tesla could follow in the footsteps of what we saw with Amazon, what we saw with Apple finally making all-time highs. I think Tesla has been suppressed. I think there's been a lot of fear, you know, Elon Musk doing ketamine and there's always some weird shenanigans going on. But yeah. So, you know, that's what we kind of look at there. You know, if you look down below on FAIRDESK, these older, trades, I mean, the Cardano long did, very, very well. Really hoping we could hold on to, 60K here. Maybe we won't. I mean, we'll see what the hell happens, I would be a little bit more confident if this hourly could come up, almost there on regular candles. So maybe, just maybe, we could see something happen. Hmm. Let's see. It's definitely strong. Look, yeah. I like the 48K point. I mean, I would think if you're gonna get there, it probably would happen this month. Right to that point, that would be your kind of your technical target too off of this. I mean, if we look at really 50, let's do more of a broad, like, bear case technical target. Yeah, you're right around 46. That general area. It's not the exact science, but you know, um, that's what we kind of look at. That's what we kind of look at here. So getting a little 1 minute bear div. But I kind of like a little bit of what I'm seeing. ETH is probably starting to bleed a little bit against Bitcoin. Here's that's why I say we're hanging on by a thread. You're trying to make a higher low here. Will you do it? Maybe. Some of these alts too. Cardano has looked good. I'm hoping that you hold this area. It looks like you might, and then potentially jumping up to 45 cents. So, I mean, I think there could be, even if you do come down lower, this could be a place where you jump up a bit. Um, Daily isn't the best thing, but 2 day you're getting, 2 days not the best thing either. Trigger wave on the 3 day could be what you're looking at. I mean, for the more bearish cases, if this does come down, trigger July or whatever, yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Momo. Momentum, you mean? What momentum is that? Trend is down. Yeah. That's what I'm kind of thinking. Probably like within a week, we'll probably have an answer. I feel like the bulls are not going to give up 60K this easily. Like, I feel like we got to do something here. You know what I mean? I don't know. That could be wrong. Like, I mean, you could even jump back up to 66 and reject from there and come back down potentially. Um, Definitely got to see how our funding rates, is slightly positive. I mean, I don't have a problem with funding rates at the moment here at all. So, yeah, I mean, that's that. And then if we do look at 5 to 7 days we go down, yeah. Um, I don't even get that. If she doesn't hawk Tua, I don't want to Tua. um, I feel like does anyone not know the hawk Tua reference at this point? I feel like everybody knows that. I was watching the interview of her on like Barstool or whatever. It was pretty funny because she was like on a thing owned by Barstool or associated with it, and she didn't even know who Dave Portnoy was. That was pretty good. Like I think that girl is just gonna like usually people like that die out, but I feel like she just has like a natural talent of just being hilarious, like unintentionally being very funny. But oh yeah, the 45 minute. This is starting to cautious optimism, but starting to kind of come back from the depths of hell here. It's like this is hell above hell. Good old 60K decent. If you go to 60K decent, so that's what I'm kind of looking at here. Um, Wanted to look at. I don't have a ton of time today, guys. I got to get going and head to watch the fireworks or something with some people in like 15 minutes. But I mean, I wasn't saying we're gonna break all-time high anytime soon. Um, you definitely could be right, 53K. The question is, do we jump here a little bit before that? But I don't know. You could. I mean, this is the big point. I wouldn't like count out. I wouldn't count out holding 60K, at least not yet. Um, ApeCoin disappointment. I think some of the, well, are the alts really getting railed? I don't think, not bad. You know, based on Powell's comments, maybe some people are a little skeptical of alts, but I think he's kind of insinuating it's either going to be September or November for the first cut. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of fireworks tonight. I brought some cool ones up north from Florida or about in South Carolina actually when I drove up last time. I wonder what is the closest state to Connecticut where you could buy like Roman candles and bottle rockets? I think it's Pennsylvania. I could be wrong. I think it's Pennsylvania. Let's see. I don't really know what Salvaggio. Not really sure what. On Binance. I don't really use Binance. I can't answer a question about Binance. I don't use it. Think do a. But let's see here. So yeah, Bitcoin dominance certainly. I mean, I would say some of the altcoins are probably bleeding a little bit. You know, like ETH is coming down a little bit against Bitcoin. I wouldn't. Or I would argue that you're probably bottomed out. I could be wrong, but I mean, I'm not going to bet against. Oh, okay. I got some extra time now, actually. I wouldn't bet. What did I say? I wouldn't bet against like ETH versus Bitcoin. You know what I mean? Let's see. I mean, how do you define markets in check? I mean, we're still, if we look at like the NDQ, I mean, and this is really the meat and potatoes now. I mean, making new all-time highs every damn day. I mean, they ain't in check that much. Looks like you're gonna break up to 20. I mean, I was thinking, I mean, we're kind of ahead of schedule here. Maybe you get up even higher. I mean, what do you guys think? It seems like the betting odds change very constantly on whether they're going to stick with Biden or go with somebody else. Tough to say. I mean, be a Nasdaq there, and then Tesla on that. How's Apple doing? I just want to look at a few of. Yeah, so bait making a new all-time high. Let's go. Let's go. Can you get to 250 by election? I don't know. I feel like that's, yeah, you might. End of year, yeah, you might. So it's Apple. Biden's trying to stay in. I mean, regardless, I mean, it really is looking like it's going to be, the Lion's going to be back as commander-in-chief. That's what it's really looking like, so definitely got to see what happens. But I think, Biden, Kamala, AOC, Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, Michelle Obama. I mean, I don't know. I feel like most of them would lose against the Lion at this point, but we will see. I mean, I guess the main thing the Dems got going for them is, stock market's doing well, unemployment's generally still low, no riots, no major scandals, things that would generally lead you to re-election unless you're Biden. So I've been using FAIRDESK, BloFin, and Bybit mainly. There's pros and cons to all of them. For non-KYC, I like FAIRDESK and BloFin, especially FAIRDESK. For KYC, Bybit's good. Bybit has higher liquidity. Has there ever been a chart like NVIDIA that hasn't had a bad ending? I mean, Apple stock to a certain extent, but less crazy. This will probably come down some more or stay sideways into the end of the year. I'm not expecting a major correction, but you will correct, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's really shown itself as a powerhouse. I think it's still the biggest market cap, right? Is it not? Could be wrong. But yeah, and just curious. Oh, are we still coming up? Oh, moment of truth. Yeah, that's these spider lines. I mean, if it's gonna... I would think the 45-minute and hourly bull div can overpower the stamped spider line, but we will definitely have to see. I do think you got a decent shot of jumping up a little bit more. I mean, if you could break above, I mean, if you could break upward here, your technical target is going to be at freaking 61.5. Okay, I do like that. That's what I'm looking for. I will be a happy camper if we could get there. That would be voluptuous. I am using Market Cipher B, as you can see, right down here. And let's see here. Hey, Cardano looking decent. Jumping off of here, I kind of like that. Oh, yeah, Trader JX, we got to look at that. Oh, yeah. Thanks for reminding me. Let me look at it on, I mean, this is the one, like if I was going to bet on any meme coin, I would try to run this up to 28 cents, get a double or something. This is, yeah, because we know like he's big enough where there's going to be people buying this up. I think this is the best one to bet on. Is it going to jump up? I don't know. But if I was to bet on a meme right now and you could buy this, like MEXC would be decent. Bitmart even, you know, Bigcat has them. I would think it could end up on some of the bigger exchanges too. Like I would think that's not over for this, you know. That's what I would guess. I mean, it's probably already up from about 50% from there, yeah. I mean, is he? I've asked this before. I don't even remember or know. Like, is he behind it, or did somebody just make it for him? Did somebody just make it, or how about like, is it? Or no, wasn't it? There's two of them. I mean, this one went crazy because, oh yeah, that's completely done. But that one went crazy for a little bit, and then there was the other one that people have talked about. That's the other one. Is it? Yeah, no, I think it is. I think it is. There's some exchanges that had it longer, yeah. Big area right there. See what happens. Okay. Send them 50% of the coins. So they probably won't rug pull, yeah. They still could, but I mean, they probably won't. Curious about like some of the Bitcoin evaluations. Still looking not terrible on Cardano, and I think this is a possibility as being a bottom for Cardano Bitcoin. I'm not saying it is the bottom, but we are looking like a possibility here into the second half of this year. Are you being serious, undefeated? It's not. It's high grade tech. If I'm to bet on a meme coin, it's going to be that one. So I mean, well, if you consider it a, yeah, if you consider it a meme coin or a, like Pentoshi was tweeting about, we got to have the right to meme. That's the right we got to fight for here. The right to meme. Oh man, oh man. You see, I was looking at CNN was doing more hits on like RFK Jr. They were like bashing him for holding up this like carcass of a dog or something. It was in Korea or something. They were claiming it was like a different animal, but I don't know. It's pretty funny. Wait a second. Oh. Did you make a 20x off a whiff? Oh wow. Well, I appreciate. I am happy to have, how really grateful that you were able to do that. When did I say? Let me just look at. I'm curious. When did I say that? Like how long ago? I don't. I know I said that, but I don't remember exactly when or where. Was it here? February? 10x. Okay. H bar too, yeah. You're talking about back here or whatever? Which bot? I mean, there's been a few bottoms. I mean, if I called the bottom over, technically wrong so far there, but I don't. Yeah, H-bar definitely lagging, but I think this will, you know, this is the place that we're looking for to potentially for a lot of these to, you know, gain some momentum, gain some steam. I mean, I feel like this is a little bit worrisome though. I don't know if I like how this is. Ooh, Bitcoin too. Man, if we can't, if this is all this has got, like we're gonna drop down. This is all that this has. But I kind of like these triggers and such forming, but they're not. 10 hours not bad, but other than that, questionable, 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 questionable market. ETH is seen. Ooh, man, that's good. That's good. Should be able to break up just a little bit more here. Hoping, just a little bit more. H bar. Oh, okay. 5 cents. Gotcha. Huh. Appreciate that. Let's see. I wanted to look at near for some reason. Yeah, some of these were just dancing around here. Hard to. That trigger wave forming on the weekly, though, I'd be willing to bet on a lot of these. That trigger wave may give you what you need. Could be a bottom into, like a bottom for many months to come. But we will see. That's to be seen. ETH is really starting to show a little bit of momentum here. But yeah, like the hourly, definitely don't have a problem with that. To that point. Hmm. 50 minutes to confirm. I mean, I would guess that we got some more momentum, but this market has been a real depressor lately. Undefeated. You might be right. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like she's got a little bit more in her. I don't know. But yeah, you absolutely might be right here. Like, I like the momentum for ETH to jump up there. Yeah, guys, smash the like button. Always appreciate you guys. I mean, I know a lot of people are doing other fun things on the 3rd of July, almost the 4th of July. New profile, dot link, yeah. Punky. Not too much data on it, obviously. Maybe a head and shoulders, potentially jumping higher to, I don't know, $1 or something. Other than that, I'm not too sure about that. Let's look at XRP. I guarantee you this thing is the most depressing thing I've seen in my entire life. Yeah, just breaking downward. It doesn't do much. I mean, maybe you jump from here. It's hard to really read this. I really don't know. It's probably eventually going to break upward back to $1 or something, I would assume, or at least $1 at some point. But we'll see when that happens. Excuse me. I have to get going in like 2-3 minutes though. But then again, not too much else to talk about at the moment. Let's just look at a few of the other altcoins because some of them have been a little bit worrisome, I would argue. Yeah, hoping Chainlink was going to jump higher. Now we're jumping down. Trigger waves. I don't know if I like how this looks. It looks like we may come down a little bit more, unfortunately. Definitely have to see. Really trying to keep these big areas. Dot. That's a decent. If we could hold there, I don't have a problem with where we are right now. that weekly could be good if we can get there, and that's to be said for most of the altcoins right now. Trader Jacks, yeah. I mean, it goes to show you should never just hold one altcoin. Obviously, it's just a diversified thing. But I mean, if they hold a lot of other altcoins for those 8 years, I think they would have been in a much better position. Ugh, Matic, depressing. Blood Diamond. I mean, I guess you could argue third time is the charm. This third one won't be as bad as the last two. I mean, usually 3 in a row isn't. Unless you're looking at like the shittiest of the shit tokens that just bleed. I mean, you're not usually. But I don't know. You could get. It could be rough here. So I don't know. 18 minutes to confirm that 45-minute. I mean, I don't have a problem with this pattern so far, but this thing is disappointed. I mean, every single little jump up, you just keep. It's getting more sell pressure on the way down. So definitely have to be careful with that. So yeah. Anyway, guys, unfortunately, I got to wrap it up. I got to get going after about a half hour. This time, maybe I'll be on tomorrow if there's anything interesting to talk about. Maybe not. It is the 4th of July, so actually probably not. But after that, probably the 5th, I will be on. And if you guys want to check out any of the links down below, you check out any of the exchanges down below. All of them are really good. If you sign up to any of them down below, deposit at least $100 and open a support ticket with your UID in the Discord. I will give you 1 free month in the VIP, access to the VIP Discord channels, the Aldo Empire VIP Discord. So check that out. And if you guys want to, Cardano's getting a nice jump up. If you guys want to copy trade, check out FAIRDESK for that as well. No promises with that. I lost a trade yesterday with that, so unfortunately, not the best thing there. But yeah, we've been experimenting with it. So yeah, but short term right now, I think you got a decent shot. You know, no promises, but I think you might be able to jump up a little bit more here. But it really has been a depressor lately, so I would definitely be careful. I want to just see real quick where's VWAP. If you break above that, you'd be looking good, potentially up to 61.1. So yeah, guys, I'll see you guys. Really appreciate it.